Yep. Okay, so what are you planning for us today, Omar?
Okay, so we have a short, sweet 5-minute intro, just what are CTFs and what are we gonna be doing in the series. And then this session is going to be focused more on web exploitation because it's the easiest to get into. It's visual, it's not just running some weird commands in the terminal and seeing some weird output. No, it's more interactive. So that's why it's better to start with it. And if you join the classroom now on Pico CTF, you will see an assignment called it's called CTF Prep number 1, and it should have around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 challenges. Now we're gonna solve as much as we can in this session, and what's left is homework that you're going to research on your own and solve before next week's session. And so
Yep.
that's it. You can start in like a minute or two, inshallah.
And in the meanwhile, let me show you. Let me flex actually a little bit. Let me show you the latest CTF I'm doing. So maybe because assignment is not released, or is it released?
It should be released by now.
I took control. Okay,
Yeah.
look. So here, this is bits CTF, and right now, these are the challenges we solved as a team. So out of these, I solved only one, sadly. I tried so many things, but every time I feel like I'm close, one teammate solves it. But yeah, we're improving. Now the scoreboard, though, we're number one right now.
MashaAllah.
That's our team, Bonesec. So yeah, and like we were number one like since long time ago. So we're trying to keep that lead before in CTFs nothing is granted. Like sometimes you're one. 1 hour later, a team submits 5 flags, and you're out. So we're trying to keep that lead and try to get it even higher and solve some more. But they're difficult. As you can see, actually, you can see the categories here. So these are the CTF categories. Capture the flag again. Capture the flag are cybersecurity competitions that are meant to introduce cybersecurity concepts in a gamified, competitive way. That's why they're engaging. And oftentimes, through these challenges, you'll end up researching, you'll end up learning a lot indirectly while trying to solve these kind of competitions. Maybe some of them would be too gamey, which is not a good thing, but still you'll benefit a lot. And like ideally, the CTF you take part of should be like educational and designed with education in mind. I think Pico CTF is one of these, except Pico CTF is a long running CTF, so like all year it is available. You can join and participate. They host a live event every now and there, and actually it's coming in March, so we can actually participate in it with the knowledge we're building here in this training. You can see the different categories: bone, digital forensics and incident response, miscellaneous for the things that don't fit into one category, OSINT, open source intelligence, that's testing your research skills and how you're able to track people down, crypto, forensics, web, reverse engineering. So these are the typical categories you find in most CTFs. Now let's get back to Omar.
Amazing. Thank you. والله that was, let's summarize the intro I was going to give. Let's see. طيب. Okay. does everyone have the? Is everyone able to see the assignment on Pico CTF? See. Hmm. There's
Is in
no.
the everyone is in the classroom.
Yeah, everyone is. Oh, we have two other people. Admit. Okay.
Okay, well, let me check actually. So we're going to classroom. Um, oh, that's your classroom. Can you? Oh, so quickly, right?
Yes.
Classroom. Okay. So we have manage assignments. CTF Prep 1, view results, show details, completed, fresh. Okay, I think I see you guys. So I see one, two, three. Ali, Timothy. I see you guys. Like you're in the assignment. You submitted. You haven't submitted yet, but I see. So what's the issue exactly? What do you find?
Do you have any like assignment button, or is it just the leave button?
Look. Go to classroom, and then click on the classroom name, and then you should see assignments. Check WhatsApp. Okay, 1 second. Okay, on classroom name. Okay. I think. Okay, I think you when you open the like you access your assignments not through I think not through the classroom. Okay, I see. Go to practice, click practice. Now you're in the classroom. Go to practice and then click assignments. Yeah, you don't click on classroom. Go to practice up in the navigation, and then you'll have like in the sub navigation you'll have challenges, playlists, assignments. Okay, yeah, exactly, yeah. I
Amazing.
don't I don't know why I'm saying it verbally. يعني we're doing computer here, we can share the link, but yeah, assignments, and then under assignments you'll find everything that you need to do here. That's like for your convenience. Classroom is just if you want to manage the classroom stuff, and it's for us to manage assignments for you guys. But the practice is accessed through assignments. Now you click on the classroom here, and you'll see the things that you have to do. Ex-
Amazing.
Excellent. Okay, Ali can see it, Timothy can see it, Yusuf confirm, and Jerosha, please confirm. Hmm,
Amazing.
يلا.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
let's see. What do we have? Okay, we have a brief intro to the type of CTF challenges and what type of CTFs there are. As Adham said, CTF is capture the flag. It's a puzzle-like challenge. Your goal is to break some technology, some protocol, play around until you find the flag. The flag is just a piece of text to indicate that you did the challenge, basically. That's just a proof. And the most common style is the Jeopardy style, where you have multiple categories and each one is a standalone small challenge where you solve. Now, there are other types, mainly the attack and defense. This will not be getting into now, at least. And this, you have a network you're trying to protect and you're trying to attack the networks of others. It's a really cool type of CTF. But for now, we're focusing on the Jeopardy. As Adham said, there are many categories, but mainly cryptography. This has to do with hashing, encryption, this field. web penetration, which is what we're going to be doing today, inshallah. Reverse engineering. Reverse engineering, you're typically given a binary and no source code, and you're supposed to understand how the program is working. Maybe it's you're supposed to craft the password or the keygen in some way to break it. It's a very cool field, but it has a very steep learning curve. Digital forensics, finding hidden things, steganography, which is the art of hiding data in images. That's also a really cool field. Binary exploitation, um, essentially, there are insecure functions in the C language, and if you use them, you can make your binary vulnerable to many exploits. And this field focuses on crafting these exploits to get your target flag, for example. And then miscellaneous, and this can be anything really. There is no limit for this. I remember one challenge had a Git repo. You had to go through it, go through the history. Another one had a GitHub challenge. You need to go through the comments on GitHub until you find the flag. So it's really, there's no limits to what can be here. But yeah, today our focus is web exploitation. So let's just give the most basic intro to web in just 2 minutes. Okay, on this side we have us, the client. Our computer runs a browser. Okay, and then we go, for example, google.com, banner.aos.edu, whatever it may be. Now, what happens in the background is an HTTP request, hypertext transfer protocol. This is the language that web servers use to communicate. Browsers and web servers use to communicate with each other. That's just like we use English and Arabic and so on. The computers need to have a language with specific syntax, grammar, words, so they can understand each other, and it's exact. There's no ambiguity in it. So they use the HTTP language. So basically, you tell it, give me this file. As simple as that. You request a file. The web server is just another computer. It's running an HTTP server application. It will look for the file you requested, give it back to you in the same language, and your browser will render it. It's as simple as that. That's the most basic form of a web server. And it is what we need for today, honestly. Let's head on to the challenges now that everyone has the assignment loaded. Okay. Now, because I'm not in the classroom as a student, I need to go from challenges, but you guys go from the assignment section. But I won't actually follow the order of the score. I believe in your screen, like the scoring will be, sorry, the ordering will be based on score. We'll follow a slightly different order. Okay.
Omar, if you check show assigned, would that show only these? No.
Yeah.
Okay, you need.
It is not assigned to me, I think.
Can you assign it to me yourself? Or I think. Oh wait, we can make that classroom leaders can join.
Yes.
How can I do this? So Omar. How do we do that? Classroom settings. Okay, include leaders in scoring. Okay. The join link is CFAMQGHG7V, right?
No.
The invite code is CFAMQ.
Yes.
Okay. I changed the settings. Can you try now?
See assigned. Nope.
Nope. So I think they put you in the. Okay, click here. Can
This one?
try? Yeah.
I can view results only.
Hmm.
Cannot participate.
Okay.
It's fine.
خلاص no problem.
خلاص تمام. You guys will have 8 challenges when you go to the assignments. Okay, the first one we're gonna start with is called Get Ahead. Okay, so right off the bat, the title, the description usually is a big hint. Okay, so get head, if we go and Google, let me share. Okay, if we go HTTP request methods or types, we see the get method, we see the head method, the post method, put, delete, connect, options, trace, patch. Honestly, I haven't heard of half of these. But the most common one is the get method. You're basically asking the server, web server, get me this file. Get me index.html, for example. Okay, or get me registration.php. You're asking it to give you the file. We'll get to head in a second. And the post request, you also are very familiar with this one. Whenever you click login or register, or you're not just submitting a web form, 99% of the time it's a post request. It's basically giving the server the information you just put into that form. Like, for example, your username and password, your registration information. If you're submitting, for example, a complaint, for example, or a support ticket on IT, for example, that could be another type of form. And most likely it's using a post request. So from the name of the challenge, get ahead. So most likely we can tell it has to do with the get and head methods. So what is the head? We now understand the get and the post. The head method asks for a response identical to a get request, but without the response body. Because the web server, it's not just going to give you the response which you asked for the file. It needs to have other metadata, like the date, for example, the origin, so many other meta information that it will include in the response. For the head is just a way to get just that metadata information without any other, without the content of the body that the server sent. So how are we going to go about? So they give us a link. So why not try going to the link? Okay. We see some very interesting behavior. Okay, choose blue, choose red. But we're not really seeing the raw response data. We want to get really hands-on with this. So PicoCTF gives us an amazing utility called the web shell. If you click here, you'll find it on the right. Click, and then you can expand it. Okay, I'll just put in my login information. Okay, let me get my password. Hopefully I do not leak it. So is everyone following up? Is everyone having the web shell on? Okay. Let's see. Can I get a thumbs up if everyone has the web shell on and they are logged in? Amazing. Yusuf, Timothy, Jerosha, amazing, amazing. Ali, all good?
Omar, how do you paste in the password?
Normal Control V.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it working now, Ali? Yes, you will not see your password being typed. It's a security feature in Linux, basically. You will not see the password, but it is being typed. And if you paste it using Control V, it will paste as well. You will not see like a star or an asterisk like you see in a website or Windows. No, it's hidden for security reasons. In the meantime, we can practice. You can guys practice the Linux workshop skills. The cat, the ls. It's just a normal Linux environment. Okay, amazing. Okay, طيب. So the simplest way to make a request in a plain HTTP request is using the curl command. Okay, now let's see. They have help dash help. Oops, not equal dash. Ooh, okay. So these are the options. You put curl options and then the URL. طيب, let's try with no options, just curl, and then we copy the URL from the get ahead challenge. Copy and paste. Okay, interesting. We received the same HTML. HTML is nothing but the skeleton. HTML is a templating language, a markup language, and it's basically the template of the website or the structure. Basically, you tell it, here I want my body of the page, here I want, for example, my header. Okay, here I want a division or a part, section of my website. Here I want a form. And it's as simple as that, really. It's just the skeleton of the website. طيب, now we saw -v, verbose. Okay. Maybe if we try that, we'll get more information. We'll see the options that it's sending with the request. Oh, sorry, that's the version number. It's a small v. Okay, interesting. So this is what we sent. This is literally all we sent. This is the HTTP protocol. This is what our browser would typically send. Get / that means the root, the main page, and this is the HTTP version. And these are the parameters or the options, the metadata, we can think of it. It tells you the host. The user agent is who is requesting this. Like when you're doing it from Chrome, it will say Chrome. When you're doing it from Safari, it will say Safari. And accept just another parameter. And then you can see the left arrow. So this is what we received. We received an HTTP, this is the version, 200. This is the status code. A status code of 200 means success. So the web server found the resource that we were looking for. So it's an okay. tells us the content type, leaves an empty blank line just for protocol, okay, and then gives us the same output back. طيب, we remember that in the challenge it said get ahead. Okay, we made a get request. Now let's try making a head request. Maybe it will change behavior. طيب, let's see. curl make head request. How do I send the request? Okay, let's see. Okay, dash I. Sending HTTP head request with curl dash I. That's it. طيب, maybe let's try. Let's get back to our web shell. We're gonna do the same command, but this time we'll have the verbose information and dash capital I. Capital I is apparently what does the head request. Oh, okay, this is different. Now we don't get a body because in the specification it said that, let me actually zoom in. It said in the specification that the head request is basically a get request, but don't give me the data. Just give me the metadata without the actual content. So similar request, but here we see head, of course, and then the left arrow we see the response. Okay, 200, that's good. And then, oh, this is a weird parameter to have, the flag. So you never find this on banner or in Wikipedia. It will never return a flag. But okay, they set up the server to return the flag when you send it a head request. And that is the flag. That is the challenge. We have our first flag. We copy it. If you just highlight it, it will be copied to your clipboard. We go to the what's it called? The challenge. We paste the flag and that's it. Did everyone submit the flag? Did everyone understand the get request, head request? Okay. I can only see the HTML code, not the status code. Okay. Did you put the dash V? Yeah. The dash V is for verbose, meaning more information. Most Linux tools, they have this option. Yes, curl dash V, and this is the normal get request. So you will not see the flag in this one. Let me go back. And I'm highlighting it now. Yeah. So the command that you wrote, Ali, this is for a get request, and you see the, what will they call? The request, not parameters. The
Headers.
the headers, yes, the headers. But if you add the dash capital I, tamam, just like I'm highlighting now, it becomes the head request, not the get request.
Or if you tend to forget like these short flags, the same page Omar showed, it had another option. So dash dash head instead of I. Instead of capital I.
صح. Yes. Let's get back to that.
So we can try that as well.
Yeah. Here, dash head. Let's try it.
So most command line tools will give you two options. One which is long and verbose, so you remember. And once you get familiar with the tool, you have lots of like short form flags or switches to control your tool.
Yes, dash head will do just the same.
Okay, let's move to the next one.
Amazing. Okay, so one challenge down. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna get trolling. It's gonna get really exciting soon, inshallah. And by next session, we will be professional hackers. Maybe not that level, but no, it's gonna get inshallah really exciting soon.
It escalates really quickly.
Yes.
And one thing that Omar mentioned as well, which is really interesting. Now, like we're doing something as stupid as this, as you can see, it's like nothing. We're just a curl request. It's very simple, right? Not stupid, it's simple. But throughout the process, we're learning about the technology. We're learning about HTTP. We're learning about the protocol that the entire web operates on. So imagine if you keep doing this, keep doing these kind of challenges and researching and looking at articles, reading documentation, reading technical specifications, you're ingesting so much information. Okay, and that's what matters, because these skills and that knowledge and that information is going to transition and transfer with you as you do actual cybersecurity research.
Absolutely. You will come across so many challenges that you will find that the entire solution from start to finish is literally one command, one line, like this one, for example. This one is a simple challenge, but you will find it even in complex challenges. Just one line solves the whole thing. But for you to craft that one line of command, you will go through so many documentation, you will try so many different options, so many different other commands. The amount of information you pick up along the way is substantial. So, okay, now one challenge down. Let's go to the next one. The next one will be cookies, because who doesn't like cookies? Cookies. See, there is cookies, more cookies, most cookies, power cookie. They love their cookies challenges, but we're gonna start with cookies. Okay, the title is fairly simple. Description: Who doesn't love cookies? Try to figure out the best one. Okay, we're gonna explain what a. Oh, okay. It's a good thing I didn't share it because I already had the flag solved. So let me just delete the cookie and share. Okay, 1 second. Delete. Okay, that's good. Okay, we see a very simple home page. Okay, welcome to my cookie search page. See how much I like different kinds of cookies. And they're giving us an example, a placeholder. Okay, let's try snicker doodle, whatever that type of cookie is. بصراحة. Okay, that is a cookie, not very special though. Okay, need to find some interesting cookie. طيب, let's try going back to home. Let's try, for example, let's try just random input. What happens? Okay, that doesn't appear to be a valid cookie, so they are validating. Okay, let's try chocolate chip. Okay, that is a cookie, not very special. That's true. That's true. Okay. طيب, now cookies, from the name of the challenge, we know that of course it has to do with cookies. What are cookies in web browsers, of course, not in the real world? So we understood the basics of the HTTP protocol. One thing about it is that it is stateless. What does that mean? It does not remember you. Every time you send a request, تمام, it does not remember that you just requested something related to it or you were browsing something else. So imagine if we did not have cookies, every time you wanted to scroll through Facebook, open another page, open another post, you would need to log in each and every single time because it does not remember you. So you need to verify who you are to access your friend list, to access your posts, which is, I think, very not so convenient. So cookies were made. What are cookies? Cookies are a header, تمام, that you add to your request. Whenever we saw that we made a GET request, we put the user agent, we can also add a cookie, just like that. And the cookie will be a random string assigned to you by the server after you log in. So you put in your credentials, okay, and you hit login. The server validates your credentials and sends back a cookie. You don't see it when you're browsing through Chrome or whatever, but your browser notices it and it saves that cookie. Next time you're scrolling through that website, you don't need to sign in again. You see your data, you see everything. You're browsing through your grades on Banner, for example, but you don't have to retype your password each and every single time because this cookie is a way for the server to remember you. To remember that you logged in and that this IP, okay, and whoever has this cookie is who they claim to be. So it facilitates. Now it adds state to HTTP. And that's basically it. So, of course, we know that this has to do with cookies. Now, let me try to share the full window so we can open the... Okay. Okay. Amazing. Now you see the full window. Now, we want to manage the cookies in our website. So go to the top right, the three dots, and then yeah, it said it doesn't show. Okay, I'll try sharing the whole screen instead. Okay, full screen share. And this has to work. Inshallah. Okay, good. Now go to the top right, you will see the three dots. Probably don't have relaunched update because I never update my Chrome, I always forget. So and I never shut down. Okay. Let's see, you have so many things and we have more tools. And then we have developer tools. So these are a set of tools made to debug your website. When you're a web developer, you need to test out, you want to see your HTML, how's it being rendered, and so on. So they made these tools. So you'll probably start from here. Elements. Okay, this shows us the HTML, the skeleton of the web page. And this is the exact structure of the website. Okay, that's interesting. We maybe use it later. The console, sources. Okay, all of these are interesting components that you can use at some point. But for now, we want to go to application. Application is has to do with the storage. Okay, anything that the web server or the web application will store. Now there are different types of storage. For now, we focus on cookies. Okay, so Chrome tools give us a central way to manage the cookies. So if you go to cookies, expand it, you will find the URL for the challenge. And we see an interesting cookie. Okay, it says name, value, and then some other attributes, the domain, okay, path, expiry date, okay. This is the main thing. So let's see how it changes. Okay, let's go back to home. Okay, the cookie is now -1. Now let's see when you go to Snicker. Okay, go ahead, Adam.
One thing I remembered. So whenever we're doing security research, and what CTFs are teaching us is how our technology reacts to user input. That's a big part. So we have technology, and we're able to interact with it through input. Now we want to explore how different inputs and different things that we do with that technology gets us different results, because that technology might be vulnerable in some ways. Some ways of interaction with it could lead to vulnerabilities, and that's the process we're trying to do now, trying different inputs.
Exactly. So we saw that it was 2, I think, or 1, and now it's -1 when we went back to home, which is okay, interesting. Now let's see if we go back, like the previous one was chocolate chip. Now let's try snickerdoodle, for example. We search for it. Now it's 0. Okay. Now this tells us probably like it's going through some list and has an index 0, 1, 2, -1 if it's invalid. So let's try playing around with values. Let's see if we put -2, for example. Okay, and the way to validate is just to refresh, because it will resend the cookie. Okay, so just we refresh. Okay, that does not appear to be a valid cookie, and we're back to -1. طيب, we saw 1, 2, let's try 3, for example, and refresh. Okay, that is a cookie, Ginger Snap cookies. That's interesting. So we don't even need to guess the names of the cookies. We can just go through the numbers. Let's try 4. Shortbread cookies. Okay, interesting. Let's jump to 10. Biscotti cookies. Interesting. Let's jump to 20 maybe. Fortune. Okay. So it's about trial and error. So let's try 19. Why not? Okay. Some response. طيب, let's try 18. Is it 18? Let's try. Oh, that's not a cookie. That's a flag. And that is it. They wanted us to play around with the cookie, try different numbers, and see and understand how the cookie was, what it was saving. It was not saving the name of the cookie, it was saving the index in some array they had. So it made it easier for us to try different values. You didn't have to go and search all types of cookies and try each and every single one. because you won't be easy to find it. But because you're just saving the number, we can easily play around with it. And if we try 18, they chose it to be the lucky cookie for them. So we get the flag. Let's go back to the gym. Submit. Is it the correct flag? Amazing. We solved the flag. We solved the challenge. Is everyone? Ooh, that's we have to try this one. Okay, so
Yeah.
Adam's using a CLI way of automating it. Okay, we have to try it. Okay,
I
we can
didn't
type.
test it though, so maybe it doesn't work. Let's see.
Let's see, we'll fix it. If it doesn't, we'll fix it. Okay, so Adham used curl, tamam, and bash. Bash is a language just like Python, okay? It has some syntax and it has for loops, while loops, and so on. So you can run, for example, the curl command 100 times, but each time, for example, change the cookie. And this is exactly what he did in this command. So for I in range of 0 to 20, okay, perform the curl command on this URL, oops, on this URL, and dash cookie, where he's just setting the cookie. The name is the variable I. $I means this I. So it's gonna go through 0, 1, 2, and then done just for the syntax. So let's try. Oh, okay, we're getting back the response. That's a long output, yeah. We need to we need to grep.
So how do we filter it?
Yes, this is okay. Probably the flag is here, but it's too long to.
I think you add it inside the after the curl on the curl.
Yes. Oops, done. Okay. Here, okay, right?
Yes.
Okay, grep. Now let's try. What was it? Dash what?
It's dash I for case insensitive, and then we want to look for something like a flag or maybe I don't know Pico CTF
Okay.
maybe.
Let's look for flag. So what is grep? Grep is a way to filter. That's it, to filter the output and looking for certain words. Now it uses something called regular expressions, which is a whole book on its own, but it's a way to look for the exact things you want. It's a full language, okay? But for us, for our case, we just simple. It will take the output, whatever HTML gets sent back to us from the kernel, we feed it using the pipe command into this grep command, which is just a filtering command. We make it case insensitive with dash I, and then we look for the word flag. Let's try. Okay. And it's highlighted here in red. Flag, Pico CTF.
Nice. And extra tip, if you want to remove this curl output, you do dash S for silent or dash silent.
Okay.
Because when curl senses that it is being piped to some other tool, it releases or like it displays like the page download things here, like these progress bars. Try
Let's
now.
try to silence. Bismillah. Beautiful. Now we just
Whoa, excellent.
amazing.
Now, if you guys are like tech savvy, I mean, like you want to take this further, you can
Like
make
the
the
exact
grip.
flag on me.
Yeah, you can make the grip get you exactly the Pico CTF only.
I think it should be simple, but let me just double check.
Wait, you continue with the next challenge, I'll send it to you.
خلاص تمام. I think yeah خلاص تمام. Yeah. Okay, now what is next on the agenda? Okay, we did get ahead. We did cookies. Now inspector. Oh, we will actually have experience with this one, guys, because we already tried the dev tools. So we have an advantage. It says okay, inspector. Description, this guy tipped us off that the following code may need inspection. Okay, and they give us the link. They just give it in two ways, just it's the same thing. Okay, it is their first website. Inspect me. طيب. Now, of course, it is hinting at something, which is the inspect. If you right click, you can inspect, or if you want to do it other way around, the tools, the developer tools that we were using, same thing. Let's try inspecting. Okay. I found it. That was too quick. Okay, so this is the HTML, the structure, as we said, and we can see my first website. They have the fonts and so on. Okay, okay. طيب, you can right click, inspect, or you can view page source. Both are familiar or similar, but page source will be just HTML, the raw HTML output. And if you see here, this syntax in HTML is for comments, just like you have the hash in Python for a comment or / in C and C++. This is also a comment. It says HTML is neat. Anyways, have 1/3 of the flag, the first part. Okay, that's good. So we have the first part. طيب, I'll note it down in the chat. Okay, we have the first part, and that's good. But we can also notice some interesting files. So we see the link. Okay, they want to use Google API font. Okay, they want to load the font. So that's fine. And then we see a style sheet. Style sheet is, as the name suggests, it's a file, uses CSS, which is just a styling language to make your website beautiful. Change the background color, the borders, the edges, all sorts of formatting. Okay, so there is a file that we are loading, so we can check that out. And there's also a script, a JavaScript, my JavaScript.javascript. So this is very interesting. But let's see. If we go to sources, we can see all of this. So you see the website, okay, and you see the my.js and my CSS file. Let's see the my.js file. Okay, it has a function, it's doing some display, some styling stuff, whatever, and okay, JavaScript sure is neat. Anyways, part 3 of the flag. Okay, so this is also a comment. A slash star and then star slash in JavaScript is a comment. Okay, so they gave us the third part. طيب, let's note it down in the chat as well. Now, we see a pattern here. Most likely, the second or the middle part is going to be in the CSS. And here's the third part. Okay, we have the CSS here, the actual CSS. And then here's another comment at the end. Here is part 2 of the flag. Okay, and just like that, we have the full 3 parts. طيب, let's go back to the gem. Let's assemble it. The first one was the HTML one. Okay, and then we take the CSS part, and finally the JavaScript part. And this was an easy challenge. We were already familiar with the inspector and the developer tools, so it was a fast one. طيب, and I think Adham sent, okay, beautiful. Adham sent the command for finding using the flag. We need to try this one. Okay, let's go back to the web shell. Let's type clear to clear out the terminal. Let's Control V. Same command, but here Adham is changing it -IO. What are these, Adham, the IO flags?
So
Well, I is
-I,
insensitive.
yeah, -I for case insensitive, just in case the flag is different, and O to highlight the exact match. So you get the exact match, not just a line. By default, Grep gives you the line.
Amazing. And this is the regular expressions. Pico
Yes.
CTF is just the literal thing. And then also the curly braces, because it's part of the flag. And then we're telling it we want dot means match any character. Dot means match any character. The star means 0 or more of that character. So basically it's telling it find Pico CTF and then curly braces at the beginning and at the end, and in the middle, anything. Just give me the whole thing that looks like this, because we don't know what the flag is exactly. So just find me whatever matches. And we find the exact flag. See, one command solves the entire challenge. But along the way, we learned about bash, we learned about curl, we learned about cookies, we learned about grep. So that's the beauty of CTFs.
You know,
Okay.
it's like the man with the hammer, the story. So he knows he has simple tools, and everyone knows how to use these tools, but he knows exactly like where to use them and where to like hit to fix
Exactly.
or get the challenge done.
Absolutely.
Some LinkedIn motivation.
Okay, now let's try our fourth challenge. Don't use client side. Okay, let's search for it. Don't use client side. Beautiful. Oh, this has 100 points. That's good. Okay, don't use client side. Okay, we can discuss what this means, but let's see the description. Description, can you break into the super secure portal? Whenever you see super secure portal, you know that it is going to fail miserably, and that's probably the case here. But basically what they refer to by client side is the browser. So there is some logic being processed on the browser. So when they're talking about a secure portal, they're probably talking about a login portal. So just like when you log into Banner, that's a portal, a login portal. And client side, they're probably doing that verification on the client side, which is a big no-no. You should never validate. Okay, now this is probably doing eye damage. So we can go here, just like we learned how to use the inspect tools. We can go to the background color and we set it to what? Gray. Okay, it's not part of the challenge, but it's so يعني, we avoid doing damage. Okay, so this is the secure login portal. Enter valid credentials to proceed. طب, let's try playing around with it. We can write anything, verify, incorrect password. Now this feels weird. The response was so fast. But okay, now you can go to the network tab. The network tab, whenever your browser does any request or any fetching of data like CSS files, JavaScript like we saw, it will be logged here. So if you're making a post request, which is what we expect this type to be, then we should see it here, right? Because it's validating. But we click verify and it just says incorrect password. And there's nothing here. So it's nothing is being sent and nothing is being received. So let's see if we inspect this input. Okay, it's a submit button. Fair enough. Yes, client-side processing and validation, which is a big no-no. On click, so whenever this button is clicked, it will run the verify function. طب, let's see. We know that where is the yes. There is a script here, and it has the verify function. This is what is being called. So it's selecting the password element. Okay, okay, let's keep it. Yeah, it's selecting the pass element, which is this element. Okay, as you can see here from the ID. And split is just set to the integer 4, and it's doing some very beautiful code, honestly. If the check pass is basically the password that the user entered, because we're getting the value of the field, of this field. Okay, so if the substring from 0 to 4 is Pico, and then so if it's nested, then it's basically an and split times 6 to split times 7. Okay, this is interesting, but it's not really readable. We know that this is the flag. We can see Pico, we can see CTF, we can see all of this. So let me copy this function. Okay, I'll just open it in a code editor. Let me. Okay. Okay. Let me move this to my other window. And yeah. Okay. So it's easier to work with here. طيب, we understand this substring check. Basically, it is taking the password that the user entered and it's doing an equality, as simple as that. From 0 to 4 is Pico. So let's make it easier by just rearranging. So if we replace split by 4, so here 0 to 4, okay, and then
Omar,
no.
can you show them how to do it in Bash instead?
Oh,
So, like, I think like it's a good opportunity to teach automation. So we can copy this and use the sort command to sort them, or wouldn't that work?
oh, okay. That is,
So
I
you
didn't
only
just,
need to copy these.
no.
Yeah, we only need to copy these and then sort.
Interesting. طيب, let's save it in a. So we're gonna
Sorry
use.
guys, I'm the automation guy.
Let's save it and let's call it my.js. Okay.
But in general, like if you I know automation can be difficult, but if you keep forcing yourself to learn how to automate every task, that's like crazy significant. Like you're gaining so much knowledge and like you're forcing yourself to, you're basically controlling the computer and making things faster. And it's, it goes to other fields as well. Like any, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Amazing, amazing. So, okay, we entered nano, so we can do control, and then we can see it from okay, control O to write out. Okay, just press enter to verify the file name. Okay, now it's saved. We can do control X to exit. If you guys, so I just wrote nano and then the name of the file, any name. Is everyone good with that? Everyone has the file on the web shell? Can I get a thumbs up verification? Ali, Yusuf, Timothy. Okay, okay. Good, good, good. Jerosha, Ali, how is it going?
What's the challenge called?
The challenge is called Don't Use Client Side.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, let me just copy this. Okay. My shell was okay. It's working now. Okay, I repeat my done. Okay, 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 okay. So we do nano, the word nano, and then the name of the file. Okay, I'll create another file, call it temp, just because they have another file. I press enter. It will open this editor inside of the terminal, which is honestly beautiful. And then I just Control V, what I pasted, what I had copied, which is this one, the F statements, as is. Okay, and then I follow the instructions below. I want to write out. Write out means to save the content. So I do Control O. It will verify file name to write. Okay, it's fine. The file name is correct. I press enter, and it says wrote 8 lines. So it saved the 8 lines. طيب, now it is saved, so I can just Control X to exit. So Control X. Now I can exit the terminal, the nano editor. One second.
Omar, I think you need to go, right?
Yeah, we can finish this challenge and
You have time? أصل I don't wanna يعني keep you captive.
it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, okay, okay. Or let's keep it يعني for them as homework, I think. يعني
Okay.
let's make it a habit that we start on time and like finish on time. And whatever
خلاص.
is left, we do it next time. So thank you guys for attending the beginner track CTF preparation. And thank you, Omar, for hosting it and for the great explanation. It was fun. I personally enjoyed it.
Thank you.
And now we're gonna have a 10-minute break till 11:10,
Yes.
and we're gonna have the advanced track, the Hackabox event with me, inshallah, and we're gonna finish at 12:10, hopefully.
Yes. And guys,
So
just a
yeah.
small note, you have to try doing this. Honestly, you will learn so much in Bash by learning to do this task. You can do it manually and you can submit the flag, and that's good, but you need to try to to do it with Bash, it will feel
Yeah,
more
yeah,
satisfying.
100%. Like I know it's a CTF, but don't get fixated on the flag. Where
Yes,
like focus on the objective. The objective is not the flag. The objective is the learning that comes in the process. So don't like be hasty and like finish stuff quickly just to get the flag. No, try to slow down and learn and research and extract as much knowledge as you can from every single challenge. And yeah, and I think that's a good note to end on. And I'll stop
yes.
recording and see you after the break.
Amazing. Thank you guys so